Alright,
Great.
let me
Well,
go somewhere.
Miguel,
Yes,
welcome.
you're welcome. Thank you. Do you mind if I keep
Welcome
this
to
on because I'm on?
this is. I want to introduce you to our viewers today.
Okay.
My name's Mickey Marafino, and I'm with Mickey M Marketing. I'm on the board of the North Redondo Beach Business Association.
Right.
And today on Small Biz Live, we have Miguel Martinez, who is the general manager of Blue Salt Fish Grill. Welcome, Miguel.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time out. I know you're super busy right now on a Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. It's rush hour.
Yeah, definitely. So I really appreciate it. How's everything going with you since the pandemic has started? I see that you're still pretty busy.
Well, yes, I mean, as you may have known, like a lot of businesses, they were impacted, they were hit by this current pandemic. Uh, but our boss, George Marrow, he's the CEO of Lucille Fish Grill. He was able to organize the company and discuss all the proper measures with all employees as to how we would be able to keep the business going. That is all the efforts given by each employee, and then also with the support of all of our patrons. That's what has been able to keep the business going. And unfortunately, some employees they were let go as once again as all pandemic hit most businesses. But we were able to keep a hold of most employees. And then once again, thanks to the support of all our patrons, all of our customers, business keeps on going. We are still, as you can see, we're still operating, and we have never closed. We had to modify our hours, yes, unfortunately, and that affects some of our customers as well because there is a huge demand of customers that they want us to keep the business a little bit later open. But unfortunately, we cannot do that because of employees. And then also we are trying to minimize the risk and the impact of this pandemic. The least exposure that we have from employees with customers, that will help to keep all this pandemic on check. Yes.
Right. So are you still offering the same full menu that you have, or did you have to reduce your menu?
We had to reduce the menu. We had to modify it. We reduced the menu by probably about 15-20%, but most of the menu is still available.
Yeah, I mean, you had so many options before, so I understand when you're not doing the same kind of volume,
Absolutely.
It's hard to keep all the food fresh and everything, right?
That is absolutely, yeah.
What are some of the more popular items that people like from Blue Salt Fish Grill?
The most popular items, the top sellers that we get, it's salmon plates. We got a mahi mahi, yellowtail, and red snapper, and the item that most people love the most is the fish and chips, followed by the fisherman basket. That's the top sellers that we have.
One of the things that I always liked when I came in to dine in was that you had the little appetizer, the little ceviche appetizer.
Yes, absolutely. We used to do that before pandemic, but under the circumstances, we had to cut back on those services as well, right. Because it was once again it was that requires because of the health department stops us from serving small dishes,
right,
and cutlery utensils. So that was one of the fewest items that got impacted by it because there were no small containers where we could serve it to customers.
Right, and then I noticed too that you have the extensive salsa bar, which people can't take their own salsa anymore, but you have little containers, right?
We do. We have little containers just only for sauces, all sauces purposes. All the condiments purposes. When it comes from the salsa bar that we have, we got a few items that we had to discontinue from the salsa bar, but we kept the most important items, the most popular items that people love the most. Yes, we did.
Good. And now, if people want to order pickup or delivery, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, normally in our business, in order to make it going, we had to subscribe to some delivery services. I don't know if I could say names, but
Yes,
we
definitely.
got we got Grub Hub, we got Postmates, and Uber Eats.
Okay.
So fortunately, those businesses they kept or most of our customers, and through those third parties, we do keep the business going. And then also we encourage our customers to call into our store phone number. That way, normally, like because of these services, they're unfortunately for in order to order through all these third-party services, they incur on some extra charges.
Right.
So we are trying to encourage customers to just call to our phone number and avoid all those extra charges. You know, there will be some extra savings that they would be keeping for themselves. The only one problem that we have is that only one phone line that we have. So we are trying to accommodate that one line to take the most orders that we get. But once again, the volume of phone calls is really high, and it's sometimes it gets overwhelmed, and that's why that is when these third-party delivery services step in. When there is this excess of volume phone calls, that's when the customers use those services. Yes, and that's why that's the only one way that we were able to keep the business going through all those third parties. And again, I mean, we are able to do this. We are able to continue business as we have done for the past 10 years. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good. It's good. And once again, we are very thankful. We are very appreciate to all of our customers, to all of our patrons, everybody that knows us. They know all the work that we do here, and we do appreciate all the efforts that they do during this pandemic to take the opportunity to do business with us as well. We are very grateful.
You know, the thing that I noticed is that in the neighborhood, in the community, everybody wants to really take care of our small businesses.
That is correct, yes.
Everyone is really thinking about that a lot, and they want to support you. They want to make sure that you can stay alive during this really difficult time.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We are very appreciative for that.
So, Miguel, have you been at Blue Salt Fish Grill the entire 10 years?
That is correct. I was. There were a couple of my associates that I have right here that we were. You could say we were the first of the employees that were the founder employees of
Wow.
Blue Salt Fish Grill.
Wow. Yeah. So, how did you get involved in the restaurant business?
Well, I have a long history of working in the service industry,
mm-hmm.
and mainly in the Downey area. That is where I started working.
Mm-hmm.
I started working in several well-known restaurants. And then when I was approached by the current CEO of Blue Salt Fish Grill, George, he approached to me to get into this new adventure of opening a new business here in Redondo Beach. That was, like I said, that was 10 years ago. And I told him, you know what, that I was currently working at the moment, but I told him that I was going to consider, you know, the offer. And yeah, I mean, luckily, yeah, I mean, he was able to convince me. We were able to work out a deal, and then here we are. It's been 10 years now, working
wow.
for. And
how long has the Torrance shop been open?
The Torrance has been open now. It will be 4 years. It's
okay.
4 years mark now.
So you're the original Blue Salt Fish Grill.
And that is correct, yes.
Okay.
Original.
How did he come up with the name?
That is a very good question. We don't even know that. What he tells us is that he was playing with words and everything related to the ocean, to fish. So he tried several set of word combinations.
Yep.
And finally, Blue Salt came up into the light, and that's what he adopted the name.
I love the concept of, mix and match your food so that you can create whatever you want. And I love that whole concept. It's healthy and we get to, make whatever changes we need to.
That is what we are trying to. We are trying to have the most healthy, conscious meal that we could ever provide for all types of appetites. Yes.
You tell me that you're from the service industry,
That is
and
correct.
I watched you working the other day, and I really believe it because one of the things I saw you doing was checking every single pickup order or to-go order and double checking it to make sure it was exactly what the order was.
That is correct. I see. In order, because it's a quick service restaurant, there is the risk of making a huge mistake, human mistake. It happens in all businesses, and by trying to avoid that, we triple check the orders. The cooks, they are forced, not they are forced actually. I might take that back. They are encouraged to double check their orders before they put it into the window. Once in the window, we double check it twice to make sure that everything is correct and we're not missing any items. Yes, unfortunately, yes, once in a while it happens. There is a mishap that we tend to forget a sauce, extra additional condiment or cutlery or any other. But that's not something that, let's say, it's a major issue with the customers. And when there ever arises the issue of having a mistake with any of the meals, we always correct it right away. We always encourage our customers to call us back, and we gladly replace the meals. We always replace the meals, but like once again, keeping our main focus of this company is to keep the customer always happy, and well fed. Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know as a customer, when I pick up my food and then I get home and it's not right,
Right.
what do you do? Are you going to go all the way back to the restaurant again, or you're just going to eat what you have? And it's disappointing.
It is.
So, I mean, watching what you were doing, the double and the triple
That is
check of making sure that I get my order right is so important.
Yes, when something like this happens, we offer the customers a choice. Either they could come back to pick up a new meal, or we could give them credit for that particular meal.
Well, that's really nice, and
So we normally do that whenever the customer they see fit for them to their abilities.
and you probably, I mean, with that double and triple check, you probably don't have to worry about that too
That
much, but it takes that little bit of extra effort
it does.
to make a difference.
That,
And to me, that's why you've been in business so long, is because you really go above and beyond to make sure you're making your customer happy.
absolutely, we are trying the best that we can.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. You are a staple on Artesia Boulevard. Everybody loves your, quick serve restaurant. I can't wait until the whole restaurant can open up again, but I'm really glad that you have that outdoor area.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Can you show us the outdoor area?
Absolutely. Let me see if I could do this.
Your restaurant is so beautiful too.
You appreciate that. Let me see if I could see this. Let me flip the camera around.
Yeah.
I hope some of the guests they don't mind about it.
Well, we can't really see them in too much detail, but
All
yeah,
right.
that's really nice.
All right.
Yeah, that looks really nice. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you're just that whole little shopping center is always really busy.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
But it is, I mean, there's a lot of people who can walk
Yes,
to
absolutely.
the shop and visit you. I
Right.
see you've really cleared out all the tables and everything. I know, there's areas for people to wait so that they can be socially distanced.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Miguel, what else do we need to know that you want to share with us today?
Wow, that is a very good question. I just want to let know customers that, and hopefully once once all this pandemic is over, we will return to regular business operations as normal as we used to before pandemic hit. And just my best wishes to all of our customers, to all of our patrons, and I wish them the best, the well. I hope they keep themselves healthy. And I will, once again, I'm very grateful. We are, as a company, Blue Fish Grill, we are very grateful and thankful for their support. And hopefully, like once again, say, like I said, once again, once all this is all over, this nightmare is over, we will continue as regular operations. We'll bring the ceviche back again, like a lot of people are requesting for it. I know, I understand it that we got them so used to, but it's something that they deserve. So,
well, thank you for staying open. I know it's difficult as a business when you can't do the same amount of volume that you're used to doing. It's really, really hard to keep the food fresh and keep everybody employed and working enough hours. There's so many challenges right now, and keeping everybody safe and healthy on top of it. So thank you very much. Thank you to George. Thanks to the whole team there. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for conducting this interview, and thank you once again. Thank you, and thanks everybody that is watching your program. Thanks to everybody that is behind all the support on your business. And I mean, like I said, I'm very thankful with everybody and with all of our customers, and with you as well for conducting this interview, and letting know to all of the customers that we are still here, and that we will hopefully they will be here for a while.
Great. Well, we'll do our best to promote you as well. Thank you, Miguel, and have a great afternoon.
My pleasure. Thank you. Be safe. Thank you.
Bye-bye. You too.
Bye.